So something to look out for as we go along here tonight as we're underway. And Nick Waymeyer, the first year for Yale, who took the lion's share of faceoffs in the win Saturday instead of Machado Rodriguez, wins the first of the game. And they get a new shot clock, but a good save by Kennedy there.
How about this save by Kennedy? I mean, going for all those fakes and still able to get that kick save and keep it out.
Chris Lyons at X, Yale's leading goal scorer this year with 21 of them. Fires, that hit off Kennedy once again, and the ground ball dumped back into the crease. They have a dynamic offense, but it's been quiet the last two games. They've lost both of them to Fairfield and Drexel. Rory Jones, one of the veterans, gives it up, and the shot by Parks was blocked on the way in by Logan Mahalik, and Conrad Miklashevsky picked up the loose one. Just over 3 minutes gone by, scoreless start. Lions, defended by the long pole, gives it up. Peter Moynihan to the middle. He fires. That hits off the post. And the rebound is picked up for a moment there by Henry Troy for Hofstra. And now a whistle for a hold against Yale. It was on Cole Cashin, and Hofstra gets the ball back.
Yale coming with that aggressive ride.
Fast break here for Dartmouth. Unsettled situation, and the shot there missed the net from Anthony Malika, who we mentioned in the open, and 12th in the country. Trevor Natalie gives it up for John Madsen, their lone preseason all-conference pick. Trey Parks gives it up. Madsen, goal line extended, and Paquette makes the stop. So first save for Jared Paquette, and 4 minutes in, we remain scoreless.
A nice read by Paquette there.
By the way, it seems like the sunlight issues lasted about 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's already gone.
Yeah, full shadows here.
Hofstra had their one chance to get a shot off while the sun was still in Paquette's eyes.
Blake Cooling causes the turnover there for the Pride. They get the ball back here. The energy in this game is certainly a factor, with the idea that, you know, neither of these teams are ranked. So a non-conference game at this time of the year is sort of a bring your own energy kind of deal. Natalie fires. Paquette, another save. Yale looking to move quickly here. It's a 4-on-3. Krevsky on the move. Krevsky gives it up. Johnson, great catch, great shot, and a great start for Yale. Leo Johnson picks up where he left off on Saturday.
And Yale comes up with this quick clear, just advances, gets that transition, and it's Leo Johnson. No surprise there. He is so quick with his stick.
Who has 20 goals this season and 79 in his career. 7 wins for Hofstra this season, their most since 2021, a resurgent year on Long Island. Another block shot. That was Patrick Pisano who got in the way. So, Christine, 2 saves for Paquette so far, and 2 shots that haven't even made it to him. But Yale turns it over. Is Jones, who has 6 man-up goals. Trey Parks swings it along for Jones. Open look, and the shot hit the post. Rebound stopped by Paquette. And Jack Stuzen comes away with the rebounds. Excellent start to the game for the senior from West Islip. Lyons gives it up. Open is Anderson, but a pretty easy save there for Kennedy. He saw it all the way. Hofstra gets the ball back. We continue to search for goals here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's just trying to clear it, and it must have deflected out that the official saw right there.
And we are going to have an offside call here against Hofstra. They give it away. Johnson to the net. He scores. Leo Johnson with his second of the first quarter. Hofstra got caught literally on its heels there, and they find themselves behind 2-0 here in the first. 9 minutes gone by in New Haven.
Next man up, stepping up, and that's exactly what's happened. And Waymeyer's the perfect example of this.
Wins his second faceoff out of the 3 so far, the first year. And Yale will go to work. Leo Johnson with both of Yale's goals so far. This is Brad Sharp, another senior. Took a bit of a stick up high there from Blake Cooling. Krevsky swinging along for Lions, didn't catch it. Battle for the loose one, and Lyons had his pocket picked. One-on-one here, Sikowski forced below the goal line. 2-0 Yale here, 4:40 left in the first quarter. Bogardus gives it up. Joey DeYoung rifles it and scores. 10th of the season for Joey DeYoung, and the Pride are on the board.
This is nice ball movement by the Pride here. Yale coming across late on this slide, which enables DeYoung to get that open shot and just rifles it right into the net.
Way the game's been played so far, shots are 7-7. But faceoffs have belonged to Waymeyer. He's now won 3 out of the 4, all against Benjamin Niesman. Malika defended by Garch Terrena. Throws it across. Jones didn't have a shooting lane. Great catch by Bogardus. Better save by Paquette. Hofstra's got the rebound, though. Another look. This one's high from Trevor Natalie. And just missed what would have been his second goal of the year.
A little harder to control his shot with the long stick, but he's still able to launch it out.
Here's Cole Jackson. Shoots. Save again by Kennedy. Hofstra's done a good job forcing Yale to the perimeter with its shots here in the first quarter. Joey DeYoung has the 1 goal so far for the Pride. Bogardus gives it up for DeYoung. A flag flies as Paquette makes the save, but there was a late hit on Bogardus. So under a minute to go in the first quarter, 30 seconds left on the penalty time for Yale to clear. Johnson gives it up. This is Paquette. Tries the long one for Stuzen, and he had it knocked away. So Dartmouth still with 20, or I should say Hofstra with 20 seconds left. Maybe all the spots, if not 3 of the spots in the Ivy League tournament, but they've all been clinched already. And the only questions left are, what is the seeding going to be? Here's Max Krevsky. Lyons thought about it. Pulls it out. Lyons rifles it. Kennedy at another stop. They're likely going to be the 4 seed in the Ivy League tournament, but I don't think anybody wants to play Yale the way they're playing right now.
And this is a great time for them to start peaking.
Here's Malika. Little bit of room, and he ties the game. Anthony Malika with his 19th goal of the year. And Yale and Hofstra are tied early in the second.
Such a low, sidewinding shot here makes it so tough for Paquette to stop because it bounces right before it hits the goal line.
Such a great shot here. You wonder if Paquette was a little bit screened out by his own guy.
And Malika is just so dangerous with that left-handed shots. Most defenders are trying to force the players the other way, but he's going opposite.
Change on the faceoff here for Hofstra. Cole Myers took that one, and Hofstra ends up with it. Ground ball was picked up by Will Delaney. 4th in the CAA last year and missed the tournament on the tiebreaker. This year in much better position to play their way into it. Natalie down the middle got blown up, and this is clearly a flag on Christian Johnson. See if they can make something happen again. Rory Jones, their leader, with 6 man-up goals this year, 27. Bogardus swings it up top. Lorenzo Verona, 98, is in for Hofstra as Paquette makes the save on John Madsen.
This Hofstra offense, they're so fast, not only with their passes, but with the ball in their stick and just taking players on one-on-one.
Malika. And I think Paquette got another piece of it. Looked like that might have been going wide anyway, but Hofstra's having a real hard time generating high-quality scoring chances. Yale moving quickly. Krevsky all the way, and another save by Kennedy. You got to create your own motivation for it, and maybe it shouldn't be shocking we've seen sloppy lacrosse.
And it's outside your normal schedule.
Shot, score! John Madsen! And Hofstra has its first lead of the game.
Stuzen kind of going for the backdoor steal, backdoor pick, unable to get it. Just enables Hofstra and Madsen to just finish it wide open. He misses on that backdoor reach.
Defended by the long pole, Pisano. Joey DeYoung rifles it. Paquette the save. He did spill the rebound, and he made another stop. Two great saves in a row by Paquette. Mahalik back the other way for Yale. Mahalik in front. Johnson, score! A hat trick for Leo Johnson. He's got all three for the Elis.
And this is twice now. Yale able to score from Paquette, sending that clear up, getting it out, breaking the Hofstra ride, and starting that fast break transition with Johnson, the one able to finish yet again for a hat trick.
Cashin. Now it's Brad Sharp. Last year, Hofstra had a lot of trouble defending Yale's top scorer, like everyone did, in Matt Brandow. He had 9 points in the win. It's Johnson who's off to the great start today, as Kennedy made another save there on Lyons, but Yale was able to corral the loose ball. So a fresh 60 here for the Elis. Another save made by Kennedy, and the rebound comes down to Hofstra. Picked up by George Gilbert, as Kennedy is up to 9 saves already. Rory Jones, really good defense. Somehow that got through to Sikowski. There's Malika. He scores! It sneaks between Paquette's legs, and Malika's got his second goal.
And that's his second goal going down low, getting it low and hard, letting it hit off the turf right through the 5-hole there. Paquette couldn't even react to it.
So Anthony Malika up to 20 goals this year for the first time in his career. Scored 4 out of the last 5 goals in this contest. And another face-off win for Cole Myers, who's come in and really impacted things on the face-offs for Hofstra. Great play to retain possession there by Sikowski. The redshirt freshman trying to put Krevsky in the spin cycle. Bogardus off the fake, rifles it, save again. And Garch Terena got the rebounds. 10 saves for Jared Paquette. Half a minute to shoot here for Yale. Kai had a hat trick on Saturday, all 3 goals in the first quarter. Carson Kuhl, that's a tough look, but he scores and ties the game.
Yale doing a great job here, using the clock, working it around, moving the Hofstra defense side to side, which just gives Kuhl just a little bit of space to find that opening and score it.
And he evens the game at 4 with 80 seconds left in the first half. Big battle for this faceoff, and the ground ball's picked up by Hofstra's Blake Cooling, the redshirt junior from Cary, North Carolina. Here's Cooling, long pull, he missed the net. Under 20 seconds for Hofstra to shoot. Parks forced to spin back. Loose ball, Bogardus came away with it and he scores. Drew Bogardus gets on the board and it's 5-4 Hofstra.
What great stick control by Bogardus. He actually loses it, able to pick it back up and just sidewinds it right into the lower corner. I mean, that's some stick work and concentration right there.
Trey Parks gets the assist, his 18th of the season. Bogardus and Malika each with 2 points today. Both teams, the attackmen, have been having a lot of trouble getting by defenders one-on-one as Garch Terena just took that away clean.
And that's a perfect example of what you were just saying.
Jones cuts to the middle. Good defense by Christian Johnson. 15 seconds to shoot. Long possession here for the Pride. This hit's clean. It's another turnover. Mahalik picked it up after Pisano knocked it away from Bogardis. Max Krevsky, quick pass for Lions! And this game's tied.
This has been the best part of Yale's offense today, letting their defense do the work, taking the speed and space in the transition, and finishing on this fast break.
Chris Lyons had a huge second half Saturday as part of his 6-goal game. 120th of his Yale career. Preseason third-team All-American after missing all of last year with injury as Waymeyer wins that face-off. Lions. Johnny Kai. Johnson with a hat trick today. Gives it up for Anderson. Only 10 to shoot. David Anderson, saved by Kennedy there. The rebound came out, though, to Yale, and they'll have another possession. Couldn't quite tell if Kennedy stopped it or it hit the post, but he does stop that one. And Shea Kennedy's up to 11 saves now. Here's Sikowski. Forced below the goal line. Malika. Loose ball again. And it's picked up by Pisano. Not a good play there by Yale. They give it right back, though. Madsen just caught that pass like it was a punt.
You get the ball out of your zone, and then you go backwards and turn it over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would call it totally uncaused because of what Hofstra does with the ride, obviously. But the decision that was made was obviously not a good one. Bogardis defended by Pisano. Joey DeYoung trying to find space, gives it up. Parks. And a flag flies here against Yale. Here's Rory Jones. Parks gives it up. Bogardis back for Parks. Jones from a sharp angle. Paquette stopped him. 12 saves for Jared Paquette. Krevsky for Cashin. Yale's got plenty of time on the shot clock. Lyons has room. It's Chris Lyons. And another save by Kennedy. Boy, what a game Shea Kennedy, the redshirt freshman's playing. Each team with 1 goal in this quarter. And Paquette makes a save of his own. 13 saves for each goalie. Yale's having some trouble clearing again, but Mahalik came away with it. Logan Mahalik in front. Lyons, he scores! Chris Lyons with his second goal the third quarter. And Yale takes its first lead of the second half. Mahalik with his second assist of the game. Lyons with his second goal. And the Bulldogs are up 1. Yale had a 2-0 lead early in this game. Nobody since has led by more than 1 goal. Lyons all the way to the net. Kennedy robbed him. Johnson, though, got the rebound. That was a great effort by Lyons from the turf to keep the rebound out of the crease.
And a great move going to goal, just cutting off the defender, keeping him on his back.
Brad Sharp, another save by Kennedy. 15 of those today for Shea Kennedy. And we had Sharp get a little tied up behind the play with Chris Berry, and a very late flag is thrown. Jones again. Got it back from Madsen. Madsen, saved by Paquette, and he's got the rebounds.
Yeah, and you see that 17 goals per game, and here we are only at 6 for the Bulldogs.
Face-offs have not been a big factor because there just haven't been a lot of them because of the scarcity of goals, but Yale has now won 9 out of the 15. The fewest goals that Yale has allowed in this game, in this season, I should say, is 11. Obviously, Hofstra's going to need a massive quarter to get anywhere near there today. Cash in, hands free, he scores! A 2-goal lead for the Elis. Cole Cashin's 10th of the season.
Cashin getting involved in the scoring today in that offensive attack. Great juke move to get that space open and finish it.
Rory Jones, this is going to be another flag on Yale.
Check those cutters, get quicker slides.
Malika gives it up for a shot and a goal. Gerard Kane. It's a 1-goal game.
Hofstra finally able to score, a man up. They do it a few seconds in.
Jones along for Parks. Minute 5 on the penalty time. Pass in front. Good catch, and the shot just missed by Bogardus. That wasn't really behind the back. It was just totally no look, and he ended up in the crease. Back to even strength. So Hofstra gets 1 goal in the 2 minutes of penalty time. Chris Lyons right off the bench. He scores! Chris Lyons roaring right from the sideline. And it's another hat trick for 44.
And what a perfect timing. Subbing him in as soon as that penalty time expires. He goes straight to goal. He knows exactly where he's aiming. He gets so much space and power. Puts it in the upper 90s.
9:20 to go. If Yale can hold Hofstra under 10 goals, it'll be the first time since last April against Penn when they held an opponent to a single-digit goal total, but they're going to go a man down again and lose, 80 seconds in a game that they're down by 2 and have only scored 6 goals. Here's Bogardus cutting in. Bogardus got knocked out of the air. And now we'll get the call. Carson Kuhl has 1 of Yale's 8. Here's Leo Johnson. Across. Cashin, another. Cole Cashin gives Yale its largest lead of the game. Second of the quarter for Cashin as he picks out the top corner. 9-6 Bulldogs, 6:35 to go.
It really is. And, Dartmouth, they were able to score 21 goals, which is a little different than what's happening tonight, but those guys still involved.
Well, that was a fracas that ended with Hofstra ball and another flag. A little more space to operate here with both teams having a guy off. See if that allows Hofstra to generate some offense. Madston gives it up. Quick shot by Jones, and Paquette makes another save. That's 15 for Jared Paquette today, and his save percentage is well over 70%.
He has been amazing between the pipes today.
Miklashevsky gets it across.
Shook him out of bounds.
"20 seconds to shoot. Lyons gives it up. Brad Sharp gets around a couple, but lost his stick and the ball, so Hofstra causes the turnover.
Another aggressive double by Hofstra coming through.
By the way, Jared Paquette's career high for saves, 22 against UMass his sophomore year. Another Hofstra turnover, though. Getting another flag here because if you go 2 men down, it's pretty much game over. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Leo Johnson across. Moynihan. Save made by Kennedy, and now we'll get the call. For Hofstra, after only scoring 6 on Saturday against Drexel, to see a 6 again today is a little concerning. That hits the crossbar from Bogardus. Kept on the right side of the field, though. 60 more seconds on the shot clock, but that doesn't really matter at the moment. Bogardus. Malika. Johnson says get down there. And the ball was still in his stick when he hit the ground, so it's Yale ball.
What a defensive stop by the Bulldogs.
And what a play by Christian Johnson.
Just smart play.
Yale turns it over, though, trying to clear again. But now Hofstra has less than a minute. And how about the back check by Mahalik? An absolute root canal.
Hofstra's going to look back on this. They were in the game. Most of it is those extra man opportunities that they were not able to finish, which I think cost them the game.
9-6 the final. Yale wins, and it's 4 in a row for the Bulldogs.